wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic.
Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the gas, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah.
I've been doing this, I'm on it, I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it, you know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic, keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy, the enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me, I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this, freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus, living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me.
Awesome power of nature, hot excitement, because after you get struck by lightning, there's thunder.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the second episode of the Pick and Roll podcast. Sorry guys, I just wanted to grab myself a Krabby Patty. But anyways, how you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today, Mitch? You ready to talk some basketball today?
I am ready. I just got done working out on my trainer. My body is sore. I'm ready.
Do some biceps, do some pull-ups and stuff, some push-ups.
Yeah. I did some balance work. I did squats. He bought his boxing pads, so I was using gloves and go like that.
The lefts and rights and stuff.
Yeah. I did cross punches, whatever. So AD's been on fire, right? Anthony Davis been on fire as of late. Can the Lakers make the playoffs with him playing like this?
I mean, AD's right now been playing some of the best basketball since he's become a Laker. I mean, he's right now scoring around 25 to 30 points per game. So, I mean, I got to give credit for AD really bouncing back after he's pretty much been called a bust lately because of the fact he's been hurt every single second. But he's going to need more help than just himself. The rest of that team has got to also help and contribute because your superstar can play so well, but you're not getting the contributions from the rest of the team. What does it really mean in the end of things? So AD, while he's playing a hell of a lot better and he's playing, up to the level that a lot of Lakers fans were hoping he'd do consistently, you still need the rest of that team to be able to help out too.
Yeah. So here's the standings. I don't know if you could see it, Jeff.
But, I can see it a little vaguely right now.
Okay.
I have the
so let me
standings
just
right
tell
in front of
you.
me too.
The 10th seed is the Warriors, 13 and 12. The Lakers are 10 and 13 right now. So they're barely squeaking into the play-in. But if Anthony Davis plays like this, keeps on playing like this, I have to say no. I'm sorry. I can't.
I don't think so either. I don't trust that team.
Damian Lillard has been on another level. Luka Doncic, even though he's by himself, he's playing at MVP caliber.
Yep, absolutely.
Paul George, right? Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, you have no idea, right? You just don't know.
Well, those guys, you don't know if they're going to play or if they're not going to play. They're so, I don't know when it comes to them availability so far. So,
Jokic, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., they're not going anywhere. Sacramento Kings, as we talked about last episode, they've been playing out of their mind. They're 13 and 9.
Yeah, hell of a job by the Sacramento Kings over there. I mean, the way that they've really put it together with that basketball team over there. I mean, you got to give a lot of credit to the Sacramento Kings, the young players over there. The team is really starting to make a strong push, and they're right now, I believe, third in the Western Conference overall. Or fourth, I believe. I'm sorry. They're fourth right now in the Western Conference. So got to give a lot of credit to the job that the Sacramento Kings are doing. I know it's early in the season, but still.
And then Grizzlies, they're third. John Moran's playing at MVP level. Don't even get me started on the Pelicans. Zion. There's CJ McCollum's been a difference maker ever since he got traded over there. And then you got the Suns. So if they got to go on like a 10-game winning streak just to squeak into the play-in, I don't see it. I don't. And I'm seeing the Lakers on Friday. I'm going to the game on Friday. So hopefully I get to see AD play. But AD and LeBron are both out tonight. Because AD's got the flu. I don't know what LeBron is. Probably low management. I'm guessing.
It might be a load management. He has been dealing with a little bit of an ankle injury lately, so they might probably just maintaining his minutes right now, not wanting to put too much on him. So it's understandable. And Randy makes a phenomenal point. How about the Indiana Pacers? How about the job the Indiana Pacers are doing in the Eastern Conference when a lot of us wrote this team off as a team that has some potential, but they're still maybe a year away? How about the job of the Indiana Pacers they're doing so far this year? Now, I know the Nets are actually playing them this weekend, but either way, this Pacers team is really doing a hell of a job, led by, of course, their veteran center, Miles Turner. You got Tyrese Halliburton there. You got Benedict Mathurin that's playing very good basketball. Buddy Hield on the outside. They're getting great contributions from their bench. Got to give credit to the Indiana Pacers and the job they're doing so far this year. Kudos to that basketball team and Nate McMillan. I have to give credit where credit is due.
I don't know if you can see it, Jeff. I'll try to make it a little bit, so you can see it better. But as of right now, the Wizards are the 10th seed.
Yes.
Knicks on the 9th. Raptors at the 8th. 76ers at the 7th. I'm beyond pissed about that. Nets 6th. Are you happy with that, or you think they could be?
I'm still not thrilled about it because I think this basketball team is too talented to be a 6 team right now. So I wish they could do a little bit better, but at the same time, I think they just have to get the chemistry down with all their players. So the one team that I'm very surprised with, 2 teams actually in the East, that's the Miami Heat and the Chicago Bulls. I mean, those 2 teams. We talked about the Heat being one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference going into the season. A team that was in the Eastern Conference Finals last year against the Celtics, and now look at them. They're off to a horrendous start this year. They really need to start getting it back going with their team over there because the fact that they're just struggling so poor out of the gate. And we talked about if our team struggled out of the gate, how competitive this Eastern Conference is. You don't want to get left behind. The Heat, they have really got to start turning things around. The Bulls, I think it's clear as day. They really need Lonzo Ball back.
Yeah. And same with the Hornets, too. They need LaMelo. Is LaMelo back yet? I don't think so.
I think LaMelo Ball is still about a week or so away, but I think it's deeper than that. Yeah. That team has just got so many issues right now. Obviously, a lot of it had to do with the unfortunate incident that happened in the offseason with Miles Bridges. And then, that team has just been wrecked with injuries. They've definitely underperformed so far this year. And I think with the Bulls, like we mentioned, you talk about LaMelo being out for the Hornets. The Bulls need Lonzo Ball's playmaking ability on the court. They need it. Because without him, he's that guy that orchestrates that offense. And if you don't have him out there, you need that guy, that playmaker that can be able to play good perimeter defense and be able to distribute the ball to your shooters on the outside like a DeRozan. And, of course, like a Vucevic in the center. And, of course, Levine on the outside.
Yeah. And then you got the Pacers at 5 you were talking about. Hawks at 4. Here's the thing with the Hawks, okay, is their coaching. Their coaching, Nate McMillan, is not it. I experienced it when me and Blake were doing a live stream of the play-by-play of the Sixers and Hawks. His coaching decisions were poor. So freaking poor. And then you have the Cavs at 3. Now, something about the Cavs here, Donovan Mitchell needs to be in the MVP discussion right now. Right freaking now, Donovan Mitchell. I think he dropped, 45 last night?
Yeah, he dropped about 45 points last night. He's definitely up there, but you have to look at the rest of the team, and maybe that's the reason why he's pretty much on – you can't really say he's 1,000% the MVP. And in terms of this question, real quickly, there hasn't been any definitive timetable right now on Watanabe's status. He's still dealing with that hamstring injury, though Ben Simmons is expected back. And I believe that Edmund Sumner should be back sometime over the weekend. Obviously, Simmons has been battling the upper calf strain, but he will be back on Friday, not tonight. Watanabe, I think they're just trying to manage that hamstring injury. Maybe you'll see him sometime next week.
Yeah, they kind of have to. With
Thank
him.
you, Net Splash, for coming by. I appreciate it.
I really like Watanabe. I do.
Me too.
He's a really
the bench
nice
needs
player.
him. The bench has missed Watanabe a lot.
Trae Young doesn't play defense. That is fact. But he can put up the points to keep you in contention.
Absolutely.
So that's what I always say about this defense scenario. Here, I'm going to take this off real quick.
Okay.
For this defense scenario, like if you don't have defense, you need to score points to keep your team in the game. Going back to the Sixers versus Hawks in that famous game 5, we could not stop them for anything. Like Seth Curry could not play defense at all, but he was scoring buckets. He was dropping like 20 to 30 points that game. So for me, it's just like, if you can put up the buckets, you should be fine. So how is Seth Curry playing for you guys defensively?
Oh, my God. I mean, with Seth Curry, the defense is not even the problem I have with it. It's the offense. The offense with Seth Curry has been so goddamn erratic. I mean, you're not going to get a whole lot from him defensively, Seth Curry. You're really not. He's not brought in here to be a defensive player. He's just come in to get you about 15, 20, 25 minutes on a good day, be able to hit the threes consistently on the outside, maybe occasionally be a playmaker, driving to the basket. But either way, I mean, Seth Curry, he's given us really not a lot from the defensive end. And on offense, he's been erratic. He's scored about 7 or 8 points in the last 3 games after he put up 29 a couple of games ago. He's just been not getting the job done for the Nets overall. It's the problem with this team, the inconsistent shooting from the bench for the most part, and for the three-point shooters, why a guy like Royce O'Neal has to go out there. And we actually had a discussion about this on the Heart of the City podcast last night with NYG22, Coach Ed, and, of course, our guy, Big Fan Breezy, is that Royce O'Neal was brought in here to be a 3-and-D guy, but the problem is because Joe Harris, because Patty Mills is not even playing right now, and because Seth Curry are so damn erratic and so inconsistent shooting from behind the three-point line, we have had to resort to Royce O'Neal being more of our top three-point shooters, and that's just not who he is. And Yuta Watanabe not playing, he is the highest shooting three-point percentage guy in the league so far, but he's been out with that hamstring injury, and the Nets have clearly missed him.
Yeah. So, I stopped screen sharing. I gotta bring it back up. But
no, it's all right.
Basically, the Bucks and Celtics are 1 and 2. I'm not surprised.
The Celtics are the only team. The Celtics are the only team that has 20 wins right now. The Celtics are the only team that has 20 wins. And remember, the Bucks have been playing this well, and they don't even have their second best player yet. Imagine when Middleton gets back.
Yeah,
nobody would be surprised.
Yeah, and remember how last week you had Jaylen Brown as your MVP? Yeah. I agree with that now. It's Tatum and Brown's show. I mean, they both got to be in contention for that, and I hate the Celtics. I can't stand the Celtics. I just can't because they screwed us over with the Jason Tatum thing.
Well, I mean, you hate the Celtics. They've pretty much terrorized my franchise since I've become a fan of the Nets. I mean, that team is absolutely they have absolutely made my life a nightmare as a Nets fan every time that Celtics envelope comes up, and they did to us again on Sunday, even without Marcus Smart. So that's Middleton, right. Yeah, no, he's right. He's right. Middleton actually came back this past week. You're absolutely right. Thank you, Kareem.
Oh, okay. All right. But yeah, shout out. I'm just saying here. And I think Kareem brought up a comment about SGA being an MVP conversation. What do you think about that?
I mean, he's playing great basketball right now, but you look at the Thunder. The Thunder are not a good basketball team right now. I mean, they're ranked 12th right now in the Western Conference. If you're going to be an MVP, not only are you playing great basketball, but your team has got to be in position for being one of the top or best teams in that specific conference. So right now, the Thunder are towards the bottom of the West. Now, obviously, there's still plenty of time for the Thunder to be able to rise up the rankings during the rest of this NBA season. But right now, I can't put him in the MVP category because his team is just not getting the job done overall.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's been playing here. You want to address this?
Yeah, no, he's right. The defense has actually been a hell of a lot better, and I will give credit where credit is due. Jacques Vaughn has really brought in a good, strong defensive philosophy to this basketball team. Since Steve Nash was fired, the defense is definitely a hell of a lot better. But, I mean, yeah, there's too many costly turnovers. The Nets foul like crazy in the fourth quarter. Every single second, you're worrying about Joe Harris, Ben Simmons, or Nick Claxton fouling out of these games. They turn the ball over way too much. Against the Celtics, Kevin Durant turned the ball over 8 times. 8 times. How the hell are you going to win a basketball game when your superstar is turning the ball over 8 times? If they're just not able to close out these games. And I think the biggest problem with the Nets is the fact that they have no interior consistent rebounding or defense. And the 3-point defense is not good. The 3-point defense is ranked near the bottom, and same thing about the rebounds per game.
I mean, think about it. The Thunder are a very young team still. They're tanking for Victor Wembanyama. So it's like it is what it is with them. But here's something I wanted to bring up. I was watching another Jimmy High Roller YouTube video. And he was talking about hot takes, okay? And one of them, it's actually kind of interesting. So you're doing an all-time draft, okay? You're doing an all-time draft. So which guards are you picking, all-time guards, are you picking before Steph Curry?
Well, obviously Michael Jordan I'm putting up there.
He's only one.
Really? Are we talking about all-time? You wouldn't even put Magic Johnson over him?
Well,
Jerry
no.
West? You want to put Oscar Robinson?
It was only Michael Jordan. He had a slight debate with Kobe Bryant, like a slight, but it's an all-around game. But the only reason with Steph Curry is that the offense flows, can help people. I mean, it's just like he's an offensive threat, and you all got to keep your defense on your shoes. So he went with Steph Curry. Now, for me, I mean, he went with Michael Jordan over Steph Curry. That's it. So for me, I got to throw Kobe in there. I got to throw Kobe.
Yeah. No, I agree. Kobe's got to be in the discussion just because of the player Kobe Bryant was, and he didn't have the second time around, he didn't have as much talent as Steph Curry has really had. But at the same time, Steph Curry is just a tremendous shooter. They're two different players too. Kobe Bryant was like a Michael Jordan. You put him out there, he was like a ruthless shooter on that court. Whereas you want that ball in his hands because he was going to put that ball in his hands and he was going to go out there and win that game. He was not going to let anybody deny him. That's the same type of player that Michael Jordan was. But I'm a little bit confused because there's some other players I would pick over a Steph Curry. I mean, Oscar Robinson, one of the greatest point guards ever to live. I mean, you could say Magic Johnson, same thing. I would throw him up there. Jerry West, you could throw up there. I mean, there's a lot of good players. Walt Clyde Frazier for what he did with the Knicks back in the day. There's a lot of point guards. Jason Kidd. How can you not throw Jason Kidd up there? What he did
anywhere? He didn't even have Kidd or Nash.
That's unbelievable. Kidd and Nash were two of the best point guards. I mean, back at John Stockton.
He had John Stockton there. He had like all guards.
Yeah,
he had all the guards pretty much, all the all-star guards. But he will only pick
Damian Lillard.
He will only pick Michael Jordan. He had AI there.
AI should be up there. AI is one of the best guards of all time, shooting guards. It just depends. Do you mean shooting guards or do you mean point guards?
He just talked about all guards. He was talking about all guards. So here, you want to address this issue?
Well, yeah, this is there's. I don't know if you heard the rumors. Net Splash is that we're looking at the Atlanta Hawks' John Collins right now. If we ever want to make a trade for him. That, he would be that guy that could solve the rebounding issues for us. He's also, he's having a down season scoring. He's scoring about 13 points per game, but he is still getting about 8 boards per game, and we definitely could use that interior rebounding for us and defense. But, yeah, I mean, are we going to dust Day'Ron Sharpe back off? Are we going to try to put him back out there and see what the kid can do? Because right now he's pretty much not playing. I mean, it's really if Nicholas Claxton can't get the job done, who do we really have? And that's the problem right now with the Brooklyn Nets is that we have no interior. We have no interior guys that can consistently go out there and give us solid minutes. Besides Claxton, Morris is up and down. Yuta Watanabe's been hurt. I mean, Day'Ron Sharpe's not playing. So, I mean, it's just we really have no interior guys that can give us night in and night out constructive minutes from every game.
Oh, yep. Yeah. So, back to this, all-time draft. Hey, what is up, man? What is up, Rob? I haven't seen you in a minute. How you been,
What up,
bro?
Rob?
How you been, bro? So, back to this all-time draft thing. So, I could definitely see Steph Curry. He's the greatest shooter of all time. Dribble,
Mm-hmm.
off the dribble, off ball, whatever you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, it's like it's a two-way game. I know I said before with like his brother defense and the whole team setting, but
Yeah.
for the all-time team, I want someone who can play both sides. I would still take Steph Curry, don't get me wrong, if I
Me
have good
too.
defenders around him. That's the key.
Yes.
I need
Yes.
good defenders around him. It depends on the situation for me.
No, I agree. I mean, if you want to call a player one of the greatest of all time, you need to have a guy that can go out there and not only just be able to shoot the ball consistently, you need a guy that's going to be able to go over there and play the other side of the court so well too. And that's what made a guy like Michael Jordan so good, is that he was not only a very good offensive player, but he had the tenacity on defense to go out there and pretty much put him on the best player on the other team and shut you down. So that's the one thing. Steph Curry, his defense has gotten steadily better over his career, but we can't go out there and say that Steph Curry is really, a great defensive player, because he's really not. His teammate, Klay Thompson, he's a better defender than Steph Curry. And you could even think about
yes.
You could even think about, if he didn't get hurt, Klay Thompson could be in that discussion, because he was having the same type of career as Steph Curry was. It's just unfortunate he lost those 2 years due to the ACL and the Achilles injury. But he is another guy that you could have potentially thrown up there. You might still. The fact that he just came back, and it just proved that when he came back, it helped put that team back over the edge. And look what happened to the Warriors. He's gone for 2 years. The team's not good. He comes back, and the team wins a championship last year. So that's another guy you could potentially throw in there, Klay Thompson.
Yeah, Klay Thompson was there. I'm trying to picture the picture he had there. I will tell you guys that anyone who plays the Thunder, they will put you under your skin.
You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. I think the Thunder are going to be a much more competitive team. They just got to keep building up that team overall, keep bringing in some draft picks, developing that young talent, and the Thunder could be a team like the Pacers, or they could be a team like the Kings. A team that, is just trying to put themselves together, get a bunch of these draft picks together, and then eventually, if all these guys can develop around the same time, that's when you might see the Thunder start climbing up the rankings in the Western Conference.
Yeah. Thunder were down 14. Hold on, I didn't see. Thunder were down 14 in the third quarter in Atlanta. The game seemed lost, but not for this team. Yeah, they always hustle. Thunder always hustle. But to go on the Hawks side, like I said in the beginning, it's their coaching.
Yeah.
Their coaching is not good. You can ask any Hawks fan, and they'll tell you, we want Nate McMillan gone. It's not just me with Doc Rivers. It's every... I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, but every fan says that about all their head coaches. How many times?
Yours came true. Yours came true.
Yes, mine did come true. But how many times do you hear Knicks fans yelling about they want Tom Thibodeau the hell out of there?
Yeah.
Every single team, every single fan base wants their head coach gone, no matter what sport it is. Because if they go out there and they make some mind-numbing decisions that ends up costing your team a game, then obviously the coach is going to be under scrutinization, no matter how good your team is. And as much as you want to criticize Nate McMillan, they are fourth place right now in the Eastern Conference. How can you criticize him for their fourth place in the East right now?
I can criticize the Sixers. They're in seventh.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Your team is towards the bottom of the East right now, or like the middle of the East. The Hawks are right now in the top 4. You can question his decision-making all you want, but the Hawks are still a top of the East team right now in the NBA. You can't go crazy with McMillan. You could say we wish he does like a little bit more better in-game coaching than what he's done so far. But at the same time, I think McMillan's actually not done a bad job with this Hawks team, especially with this being a new team and trying to get all these guys to gel together.
All right. So, yeah, your coach is good for the Thunder for what they got, even though they're going downhill. So, we're going to do something every episode. We didn't do it last episode because, it's a premiere where we're getting our feet wet. But I think we should do this now, and that's called the predictions for each game tonight. So, each Wednesday, we'll do predictions, and then I got something special at the end of the predictions. So, we're going to go right here. So, the first game, pretty self-explanatory. Hold on. Can you see this?
Yes, I can.
All right.
Zoom in just a little bit more, please. Thank you. Perfect.
All right. So we got the Clippers at Orlando.
Well, this one, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard should be back So that alone gives the advantage to the Los Angeles Clippers. The Magic are pretty much one of the worst teams in the NBA right now. I expect the Clippers to be able to go into Orlando and be able to handle the business and get the victory tonight. I don't expect them to be able to struggle. If it was no Kawhi and or George, I would have said it a little bit different. It could have been more competitive, but I expect that the Clippers are going to be able to go over there and handle business, and especially with Zubac in the middle. I think he's going to do a good job too, so I'm picking the Clippers.
All right, I got to go with Clippers too. It's pretty self-explanatory. They're so young. Like, Orlando's got height. Orlando's got height. They
do.
Wagner, Bull, I can go
Mobamba.
Bamba, yes. They got height. They
height. Do.
So, next game, we got the Nets, and we got your Nets and the Hornets. You can go first.
Well, I mean, the Nets should be able to handle business. Charlotte's having a very tough time at the beginning of the season so far. They're a team that's pretty much just it's a talent deficiency with that team. The Nets, even with how inconsistent they've been this season, they have no business at all losing this game at home against the Hornets. They should be able to take care of business and then get ready for the Hawks on Friday. So I'm picking the Nets.
Yeah, I got Nets too. They need LaMelo. The Hornets need LaMelo back now.
They need more than just LaMelo. That team needs a lot. That team is in such trouble right now. A lot having to do with what happened to them in the offseason. That team is they're a mess right now.
So, next game is kind of interesting. Hawks at the Knicks. I got Hawks.
I honestly don't think it's that interesting at all. I actually have the Hawks too. I think the Knicks are just, I don't really know what the hell the Knicks are. The Knicks, I mean, obviously our guy, Coach Ed Gladney, he's a big Knicks fan. He talks about the Knicks just, they really need to think about selling off some of their pieces. And I think the best thing for this Knicks team to do is evaluate at least the next 10 to 15 games on how this team responds under Coach Thibodeau. If they continue to just keep going under 500 even more and sink deeper into the Eastern Conference basement, then if I were them, I would make the move on from Thibodeau, and if they can, try to sell off some of these high-priced players like a Julius Randle, like a Derrick Rose, even like an Evan Fournier, even maybe sell off a guy like Mitchell Robinson, who I believe has a clause coming into January, whereas bird rights aren't guaranteed. So you have that. But I have to go with the Hawks. I think the Hawks are just a better team.
So do I. The only reason I say it's interesting is because of Trae Young and the Knicks fans. That's the only thing.
I don't think it's going to matter. I still think the Hawks are just a better team. They should be able to handle business in this one.
The Wolves have, yes, we're going to talk about the Wolves in a little bit. I can see they're playing.
That's a great point, Kareem.
Yeah. The Lakers at Randy's Raptors. I got the Raptors because LeBron and AD are both out.
Yeah, and the Raptors have been very inconsistent so far this year. I know they've been dealing with injuries to Siakam for a little bit, and then obviously Barnes. They are 8th right now in the Eastern Conference. Barnes has been off to a tough start this season. Gary Trent's been off to a tough start. Like Randy says, they're right now burning out their starters. They really don't have a strong enough bench. They're also lacking in height right now in the front court. I still think in the end, obviously without AD and LeBron, the Raptors should be able to handle their business at home and be able to pull out the victory tonight.
Mm-hmm. So for me, I said Lakers. So Washington, this is a bad game. Wizards and the Bulls.
Well, Bradley Beal is out. I mean, he got hurt again. What's a shocker? It's not an NBA season if you don't have a Bradley Beal injury. Yeah. So he's out of the game.
I got the Bulls then.
Well, I mean, they still have Porzingis and they have Kuzma are both playing good basketball this year. That's pretty much been a 3-man team between Porzingis, Beal, and Kuzma. It's just Beal can never stay healthy consistently any season. And the Bulls, I mean, they've been off to a very disappointing start. The Wizards actually have a better record than them right now. But I think because of it, actually, you know what? I'm going to go with the Wizards. I'm not gonna shortchange the Wizards on this one. I think the Wizards are a decent team. Even though they're going to be without Beal, I still like Porzingis. I think he's having a nice bounce-back season after a couple of troubling seasons the past couple of years. Getting traded to the Wizards last season. He's obviously was a flop with the Knicks for the most part. He didn't really do much with Dallas when they tried to pair him up with Luka. So I really think that the Wizards are going to be able to pull up this victory tonight because I just think Chicago, they just can't get out of their own way right now in the East.
Right. So the next one we got Kareem's Thunder against the Grizzlies.
Mm-hmm.
Grizzlies. I mean,
Yeah.
self-explanatory.
Sorry, Kareem, but I gotta take the Grizzlies on this one. I mean, it's just from the talent standpoint, and because the fact it's in Memphis, it's very hard for me to pick the Oklahoma City Thunder to be able to pick up this victory. So I just think that's just matchup wise is a very, very difficult matchup for them overall. So I gotta take the Grizzlies. What up, Eric?
What up, Eric? I got the Raptors beating you. That's why you wanted the code.
Basketball, Mr. Randy.
I would love to talk some basketball, Mr. Jeffrey and Mitchell.
Oh, I love how you call me Mitchell, even though that doesn't bother me. So, Grizzlies will kill the Thunder tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be close. So, Randy, we're going through the games tonight. So, who do you got? Clippers, Magic.
I would probably have to go with the Clippers. I feel like this is going to be a close one, even though Orlando's been playing a little bit better, but their record overall is just horrid. So I'm going to go with the Clip.
Okay. Then we got the Hornets at the Nets.
Yeah, Nets. They manhandled my Raptors every game this year, and hurts me to say, but if they keep playing the way they should,
we beat them too.
Team's got some dudes on that squad.
We beat them too.
Yes, you did.
Hawks at the Knicks.
That's an interesting one, just because
thank you.
You know, the Hawks have been surprising this year, but I mean, is it just a hot start? They're going to fizzle off, or is what we see is that true? Is it true to what we're seeing? Right? Is DeJounte Murray and Trey actually carrying this team, or is it just right now teams are just not knowing how to defend them? I don't know, but right now I'm going to ride the hot hand and take Atlanta.
All right, Lakers at your Raptors.
No LeBron, no AD. I got to go with my Raptors. I mean, I have to be real. I mean,
Eric's in the chat.
I mean, they, missing those two key cogs. Look at last night, even though they did put up a good effort. LeBron was also playing, so there's that. So and my Raptors are starting to get healthy, so I got to go with us at home.
Yeah, you don't have AD or LeBron. That's not good for your guys.
I want to see Anthony Davis and LeBron on Friday. I'm going.
But I want to hear Randy's synopsis too while we have him here real quickly. Just talking about the Raptors and how you feel about your team as well. Your overall thoughts on your Raptors team so far this season, because they've been a little bit up and down this season too. They're the 8th team right now in the East.
Yeah, Jeff. To piggyback what you said there, in the off season there was a lot of rumors that OG Anunoby was unhappy with his playing time with the team, and the fact that he felt like he wasn't being trusted enough as a key cog after we went and drafted Scotty Barnes. So there was a lot of rumors that he potentially was on the move and that the Blazers were interested in him and yada, yada, yada. Long story short, we ended up keeping the man, and this man has now shown that he could potentially be that 3rd or 4th guy on a team. He leads the league in steals. He's locking down defenders. We're putting OG on your best player and telling OG, let's go to town and let's shut this guy down. There's the times where he doesn't do it, and then there's times where he does. Our biggest issue is defense. Our team basically solidifies the defensive end. What you do on defensive end is what gets you on the offensive end. And there's a lot of players right now on this team. Gary Trent Jr., Malachi Flynn, and I'm even putting in the rookie Christian Coloco, haven't shown enough this year for Nick Nurse to trust them in the key moments to keep them on the floor. So what does that do? That keeps the other vets out there, and then they're getting and logging huge minutes, and then in return we're getting injuries because they're constantly being left out on that floor. So this message has to go out to the head office. It has to go to Masai Ujiri, and it has to go to Bobby Webster, and they have to look out in the landscape and realize that this team needs a little bit more help. We need a couple more pieces off that bench, or if these players aren't believing in this coaching style, then they need to go, because if you're not going to believe in what needs to be done, which is to bleed the ball off of the defensive end, and then it spells offense for you, then you're not going to be on this team. And Gary Trent Jr. has been showing that at times this year that he doesn't want to play defense. So
yeah, I was going to say that too. Gary Trent Jr. has been he's supposed to be one of your key cogs this year, and he's really been off to a very disappointing start. And even Scotty Barnes has not really been off to that lightning fast start he was off to. He was playing last year when he was the rookie of the year. So it's really been Siakam that's been the most consistent player for the Raptors. They need to get more contributions, night in and night out, from a guy like Gary Trent Jr. off the bench. And obviously they need the rookie of the year last year, Scotty Barnes, to be able to put up those consistent games. And he's been hurt a lot this year too.
And also to piggyback what you're saying, also Fred VanVleet. I mean, I understand he's an undersized guard, especially nowadays in the league where we got a lot of 6'2", 6'3", 6'4" point guards. He's only he barely breaks the 6 foot bar.
Almighty asks you, Randy, if he can get OG on the Knicks.
For contracts at the end of this year, they're all needing contracts. So this is contract year for this team.
Yeah.
And right now they're just showing that right now it looks like Pascal is the only one that's worth the big contract again.
Yeah.
All right. So, and
we got to remember, Gary Trent was the big piece in the Norman Powell deal. When we shipped off Norman Powell, we wanted that 3 and D type guy. We got the 3, we just don't got the D in Gary Trent Jr. Pause. So that makes it a little bit more harsh and a little bit more harder to want to get rid of him, considering what Norman Powell brought to this team, which was the 3 and D.
Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah, Gary Trent has got to be that guy. He's got to play a lot better coming off the bench. I mean, he's been just incredibly disappointing for your team, and there were a lot of high expectations for him.
Yeah.
All right. So, Randy, the next one. Me and Jeff had a good conversation on this one. The Wizards at the Bulls. I think, Jeff, you took the Wizards. Am I correct? And
yes, even without Bradley Beal. Beal was out with a hamstring injury, but I still believe, because this Bulls team has been one of the most biggest disappointments so far this year.
Yeah.
I still think the Wizards, with Porzingis and Kuzma and a solid roster behind them, I think they'll still be able to pull out the win, because I don't know what the hell the Bulls are. They're so confusing a basketball team.
As well as Rio Huchimara too, that Filipino.
Yes, yeah, absolutely,
playing really good too. So yeah, I'm going with Washington on that one as well.
All right, this one's a no-brainer. Thunder, Grizzlies.
In a couple of years, this will be a very intriguing match, but right now I got to go Memphis just because OKC's just we understand where they are.
Randy, this is for you, by the way. Almighty wants OG again.
Can I get OG on the Knicks? Fuck. I don't know, man. We need.
Give him more. Like,
I wouldn't mind, because we need center. We need center help, and we need help off the bench. So it's like, fuck. Like, there could potentially be something there.
You guys could really use Valanciunas right now, right?
Jonas Valanciunas would be a godsend back in Toronto. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Interesting matchup. Kings at the Bucks. Very interesting. And Jeff is very high on the Kings. I don't know how you are, Randy.
Yeah, I am too, man. I like that squad they got over there in Harrison Barnes and Fox, and they also got Sabonis. So yeah, I'm going. This is fuck. I'm gonna go.
They got good young players too.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And the coach has got them believing, and that's the biggest thing too, is the head coach. So yeah, I'm gonna go Milwaukee on this one. I'm just gonna go Bucks.
I got Milwaukee. So we got Pacers at the Timberwolves.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
I'm going Pacers.
Yeah, me too.
Still out.
The Timberwolves have been. I mean, I know Anthony Towns is out right now, but the Timberwolves have been one of the biggest disappointments. It's like every year the Timberwolves like that all hype team where everybody thinks that this is finally the year they're going to get over the top, they're going to make a run, and then what happens? They become another mediocre season and they go nowhere. So yeah, I got to take the Pacers. Have been unbelievable. You said it in the chat, Randy. Benedict Mathurin has been one of the best rookie players so far this year. In fact, when the Nets played him, he killed us twice in that game. Halliburton has been playing great basketball. Now you got Miles Turner back. Buddy Hield has played well. They've had great bench play. The Pacers, I think, are one of those underrated teams that nobody talked about as much, and they've really gelled together so far this season. So, yeah I got to go with the Pacers.
That Rudy Gobert trade, that was just terrible.
Yeah, it's not helping that team
It's
at all.
helping Utah.
Oh yeah, Utah's dropped in the standings too, but overall, yeah, I think it benefits the Utah Jazz right now going forward than it does the Timberwolves.
And also, yeah, Andrew Nemhard's been playing really good. That was a solid pickup by them. But also, too, Halliburton doesn't have a single turnover this year. Look at the stats. That is crazy, man.
That's
That
insane.
is nuts.
That's insane. For somebody like I had to watch Kevin Durant turn the basketball over like 3 or 4 times a night, and Halliburton has not turned the ball over at all. That's what you want from one of your best players on your team, is to be able to take care of the basketball. And we're already almost 30 games since this season.
Yeah,
Halliburton hasn't turned the ball over.
12, yeah.
That's amazing.
That's yeah.
You know what, Jeff? You have a better record than my Sixers.
Yeah,
So-
but I'm not happy about my team. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm not. How could I be happy when my team has Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving on it, and we're 13-12?
And you have Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but Ben Simmons, like I said, everybody makes fun of Ben Simmons. He's actually was playing better basketball until he got hurt, which has been the problem with him too lately. Is he's been getting hurt a lot. So
Yeah. All right, so I got the Pacers here. I mean, it's common sense. Pistons at New Orleans. I'm going Pelicans.
Yeah.
Pelicans, gotta take him. Ingram, McCollum, and Zion, just too much.
All right.
Too much.
Golden State at Utah. This one is tricky.
Yeah, because Golden
man.
State's been trash on the road.
Yeah, they've been trash this season so
but they can
far.
still win.
Yeah, this is tough because Golden State's not been that good so far
Guys
this year.
in
But
the
you're
chat,
just
there's 8 of you. Golden State or Utah?
you could just snap your fingers and then Golden State will all of a sudden just turn it around when it matters. So
I know, right?
I mean, they're on the road. Utah's been they've gone down a little bit, but I still think in the end, I think Golden State's going to pull out the victory. I think they're just a better team.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're going to turn it around.
They got to sooner rather than later.
Exactly. What do you think, Randy?
I'm going.
Yeah.
You're
I
going
agree.
Golden State?
Yeah, I got G State. Yeah, like you guys said, there's too much talent on there for them to be like that.
But for me, I got Utah.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going Utah. I'm trying to get different here. I'm trying to get different. It's because, Laurie Markkinen's been playing well. Colin Sexton's been playing well. Colin Sexton needed a chance. He got a chance in that trade, and they're making it work. So I'm going Utah.
You want to talk about an absolutely phenomenal game to end it. The Boston Celtics and the Phoenix Suns, the best team in the East against the best team in the West. That's a hell of a matchup tonight. That is a phenomenal matchup. That's a coin toss.
Oh my God, this could be the finals.
This could be the finals, though I still don't trust that Phoenix Suns team.
I don't either.
I don't trust them.
Iverson Vlogs is not even here, so.
Yeah, I don't know how you feel about him, Randy, but I just do not trust that Suns team after what happened to them last year. They don't play enough consistent defense. I know they're great this year, but they don't play consistent defense when it matters.
Yeah, agreed. And Boston's just showing again that this year that, like, listen, we went to the finals and you guys, we barely lost, but we belong. So, like, they're just playing lights out this year. And they don't even have Danilo Gallinari. That was like one of their biggest acquisitions in the offseason, and they lost him like right off the hoop, and they're still playing lights out.
They haven't even had Marcus Smart with it lately either. Their best defensive player. The defensive player of the year has been out the past couple of games. So, yeah.
And they haven't had Williams this whole season.
Exactly. They went out their center, Robert Williams, who's been out with that knee injury. I mean, oh, my God. I got to go Boston. As much as I hate them, I have to go Boston. They're the only team right now in the NBA that has 20 wins. Their team is just clicking. I mean, you just bring in the new coach that nobody's ever heard of, and he has that team off to a 20-5 start. I mean, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Is there a better duo right now in the NBA but these
definitely
two?
Definitely not Embiid and Harden. I can tell you that.
Yeah, definitely not right now. Definitely not right now. Irving and Durant either. It's been Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. I gotta take Boston.
I wish I could say Curry and Thompson, but no.
No, it's Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. These two guys have been unbelievable.
Here's the debate. You could say John Moran and Jaren Jackson. You could. You could to a point. To a point.
Yeah, I guess to a point.
To a point.
It's just Jaren Jackson's been hurt from the beginning of the season, and
he kicked the Sixers' ass. So,
Oh, he's a hell of a player. He's a hell of a player.
oh,
Jaylen
here's
Brown-
a good one.
Oh, Jaylen Brown. I like SGA, but I'm taking Jaylen Brown. I'm taking Jaylen Brown. I like Jaylen Brown a lot as a player. I do.
too.
I think the Celtics were nuts when they were thinking about trading him this offseason. I thought they were absolutely out of their damn minds.
I would have given him.
I would have taken him too. There were rumors about KD going to the Celtics for Jaylen Brown in a package. You kidding me? I would take Jaylen Brown back in a second.
I would have given him Tobias.
Yeah, no, they're going to ask for more. They would ask for more.
Oh yeah, I know. We don't have draft picks.
They would probably ask for Maxey, if anything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But here's a question for you, Randy. Jeff and I had a very good discussion about this. So I don't know if you know about this YouTuber by the name of Jimmy High Roller. I don't know if you know him, but if you don't, go check him out on YouTube. One of the best basketball YouTubers out there. But he was having hot takes, and we're going to talk about some of the hot takes after this one. So this one is like you're doing an all-time draft, okay? All-time draft. Who's the guard you're picking? Which guards are you picking before Steph Curry?
Whew.
And then you give me your answer, and I'll tell you what he said.
Fuck.
You'll be surprised too.
Like you're telling like not just point guard, but like guard in general.
Guards.
So MJ could be in there.
It's only MJ.
Yeah, that's why I'd go. I go MJ.
It's only MJ. He didn't even have. He had Kobe in the discussion. He had Magic Johnson in the discussion. He had a lot of other guards underneath in like the second tier. But
I don't agree with that
take
list.
Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Really?
He will
I don't
only.
agree with that
I
list.
had a debate with Kobe Bryant. I mean, you can put Kobe and Magic in there, which I'm fine with, but he only won with Michael Jordan. I can't be mad. Like you can't be mad at that.
No, you like like 6 finals, 6 championships. I mean, like the guy did everything before everybody else really did it. I mean, like the guy was an absolute machine and stud. Yeah, I really can't complain either. Like that's wow. What is the name again?
Jimmy High Roller. I'll give you the link. I'll send you the link after this.
I was just.
But the thing is, are they going with championships? Or are they going with actual overall play? Because I'm sorry, I am taking Magic Johnson or Oscar Robinson any day of the week over Steph Curry. And that's no disrespect to Steph Curry. He's a terrific player. But I mean, Magic Johnson was just something different. That dude was an unbelievable point guard. You could just say, look at the team he was playing on. I mean, but at the same time, Magic Johnson was a revolutionary point guard at the time. The way he could play defense.
6'5"? Wasn't he 6'5" or 6'6"?
Yeah, he was a
point
big
guard.
He was a 6'5" point guard.
He was
a 6'8" point guard on the court for the
You know
Los
what
Angeles
they said?
Lakers back in the 80s.
They said that was going to be Ben Simmons.
Wow.
You had to get the Ben Simmons thing.
And then
in there,
Oscar Robinson put up over 100 in like a couple games too. So like you're
yeah,
right.
how can you not have the O in there? Oscar Robinson. No, I'm sorry, 17. You're not putting Russell Westbrook in there. He's had a great career, but he's not better than
Russell
Curry.
Westbrook was in the second tier, I think.
Yeah, no.
I
would put Iverson in there.
If at any point in
Iverson
your
was in
career
the
somebody associates you with the word name West Brick, you
exactly.
much more.
Exactly.
And hopefully I'm going to win free chicken nuggets.
And free
That's the only
brownies.
thing. But here's some other hot takes in this video. The first, well, I'm going to go out of order. But this one, if you had to save your family and you had to pick one NBA player that you could play, who would it be? That you know you could beat.
Ooh. Of all time, right?
Any player. And now I'm going to tell you what he said.
And it's not like what, just to get a bucket or what, to like win the game?
You got to win the game.
Wilt the still. I'm taking Wilt Chamberlain.
So you want Wilt Chamberlain to play against you in a 1v1?
Yeah, if you said the best player that you would want.
No, you pick anybody.
Yeah, I would rather go against the best.
You can beat
I would want to go against the best. I want to challenge myself. I want to challenge myself on the court. I don't want to go up against some scrub. I want to go against the absolute best.
Doc Rivers? Jesus Christ.
What up, Chad?
What up,
No,
Jeff?
is that really that bad of a choice? Wouldn't you
Honestly-
want to go against the best?
Honestly,
I could pick
I would
MJ.
I would get killed if anybody.
I was gonna say Kobe. I'd love to test.
That's
myself
another
out.
one, yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, if your family's on the line, you're really going against Will and Kobe. Spencer Perkins,
I'll trust my
LaMelo.
3-point shooting over any day. I can
Yeah.
shoot the rock. I'm not trying to be ignorant, but I can definitely shoot the three. I'm pretty good at
so
it.
can I. You
Try to
saw my
use your
video.
speed to get around Will Chamberlain because he was 7 foot.
But if we're gonna be real, then I'd pick Glenn Davis. I'd go up against Glenn Davis.
Oh,
My
Big Baby
family.
Davis, yeah.
And then
There you go.
These comments that he was bringing up, he was like, "Oh, here's Ben Simmons because he can't shoot. Here's AD because he's going to be injured in the first 2 minutes of the game."
No,
Who's
that's
the
not
other
good
one?
choices.
They could shut you down defensively. They're too
Exactly,
No,
exactly.
there was another
Ben Simmons
guy.
would shut you down, and AD would block your shots. That's not good choices.
Okay, and here's another hot take. And then and then next episode I got something for that. But
Yeah.
at 37 years old, or is he 38, LeBron?
He's going to be 38 this month.
He's going to be 38. So someone said, and I quote, LeBron James has no bag.
What?
What?
That's
What does
one of
that
the hot
even
takes in the
mean?
video. Randy, once you watch the video, you're going to be, what the fuck?
What the hell does that even mean? He's got no bag.
The man owns production companies in LA. Like he's pumping out movies on behalf of
No, like basketball skills.
Oh yeah, no, he's got no basketball skills yet. And a lot of people are critical of LeBron James.
Oh yeah, he's got no basketball skills. But if he averages 16 points this year, he'll pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the #1 scoring player in the history of the NBA.
Exactly.
Oh, okay,
exactly.
yeah.
This is one of the hot takes, and I was watching.
Oh, that guy should revise his hot take on that.
Yeah,
that's a very, very poor hot take.
Those aren't hot takes.
LeBron James.
Those are gutter takes because like that makes
exactly.
All right.
No, that's not a good hot take at all. I mean,
it's not.
LeBron James going to be 38. He's still scoring about 25 plus points.
I know. That's what it was funny. I was laughing like, are you serious?
That's a bad take. I mean, LeBron James, even though you might be critical on him, the dude is still a very good basketball player. He's still a great basketball player. He's still a guy that plays good deep.
LaMelo?
Oh, the guys on the Bucks. I know Javon Carter.
I know Javon Carter. I was reading through the names.
Yeah, he was on the Nets last year.
I mean, hey, those are some of the hot takes that it was in this video. I love this guy. I watch every one of his videos. But
let's go through a little rapid fire or something too afterwards. We still got like some time, so we can do some rapid fire.
You know what? We can do this now. It's up to you, Jeff. Should we do an all-time draft right now? Just your starting five? Or
yeah, we have time. I mean, we're going to go about an hour, a little bit over an hour. We have time to be able to do that.
All right, let's do it then. So, Randy, you'll get first pick since you're the guest here. Jeff will go second. I'll go third, and then we go snake. So I get 3 and 4, and then Randy, you will get
5 and 6.
7.
Okay.
So
is this how many players on the team?
Starting 5. We're only doing starting 5.
Just the starting 5. Okay.
So it's the starting 5. So Randy, you get the first pick in an all-time draft.
Okay, I got MJ.
All right, Jeff, who you got?
This is hard. I'm thinking between either Magic or Oscar at point guard.
You only get to pick one person, one for each. Just letting you know.
I know he's torn between them.
Yeah, I'm torn between Magic and Oscar because they're both so good. You know what? I'm gonna take Magic.
Okay, I got LeBron.
Okay, that's not a bad choice.
And then 4, I got Kareem.
The Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a damn good pick.
That's my favorite. That's like he's my GOAT, actually. He's my
innovator of the hook shot.
Yeah. So, Jeff, who you got?
Oh, man. Well, I'm going with a Twin Tower. I'm actually going to go with Will Chamberlain. Have fun going against Will Chamberlain and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the center position.
So, you got Wilt?
I got Wilt the Stilt.
Okay. All right, Randy, who you got for 6 and 7?
I got Oscar Robertson.
Okay.
And then I got Kobe.
So you got Oscar as your point MJ's your 2 and Kobe are your 3?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, Jeff, who you got?
Okay, so I got Magic Johnson as my point guard. I got Chamberlain as my center. You know what? For my power forward, I'm going with Tim Duncan. I'm going with Tim
I
Duncan.
knew it. That was a good
Damn it.
pick.
That's
I
what
I
I
have to. Tim Duncan is such an underrated basketball player. He gets shat on way too much. All he is just consistent. He was great in and out. Yeah, I'm taking Tim Duncan as my power forward any day of the week.
All right. So for my point guard, give me Steph Curry.
All right, it's not a bad thing.
So I got Curry, LeBron, Kareem, and for my 4, because I know my shooting guard is going to be held. I know no one's going to take him.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Dirk.
Oh, I didn't even think about him. Dirk, the
Give me
stretch four.
Dirk.
That's a good pick.
Fuck.
So I got Steph Curry, LeBron James, Dirk, and Kareem.
Oh, that's a damn good team. That's a pretty damn good team. So who's up right now?
You.
Okay, so I got Duncan as my power forward. I got Chamberlain as my center. I got Magic as my point guard. I need a shooting guard and a small forward.
So you only get 1.
I gotta take a second to think. I gotta think on this one.
We got plenty of time.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of like really good shooting guards and small forwards. I got some in my mind.
It's fucking hard.
It is. Like I gotta think on this one. Oh, Reggie Miller. I'll take Reggie Miller as my shooting guard.
That's a sneaky
I'll take Reggie
one.
Miller. When I need a 3-point shot, all I gotta do is just hand it to Reggie and let him throw up those threes.
That's sneaky.
I had to do it. I gotta take Reggie.
That's sneaky. I really like that one. Randy, who you got?
Oh man, yeah. Well, I wanted Tim Duncan as my 4, and Jeffrey took that because I was like, fuck, I wanted to build some talent.
I got one you can think about, but I'm not gonna say it.
I got a
good
couple.
one. Yeah, I got a couple as well.
For my 4th spot, I'm gonna go with Chris Webber.
Michigan, let's go.
All right.
I don't know why he called that time.
Wait, are all the power forward? Everybody took a power forward, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really thought you were gonna take Kevin Garnett.
That's why I'm going with my center.
Okay, that's interesting.
All right, Jeff, who you got?
Okay, so now I gotta think about a small forward. This one's hard.
Oh, that's easy.
I gotta think about a small forward in the NBA.
That's easy. I already got a
Small
couple
forward?
Yes.
No, a small forward's not that easy. I gotta
Yes,
pop
it
it in
is.
my minds.
Yes, it is.
All right, you know what? I'll take Vince Carter.
Over Larry Bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Larry Bird was more of a combo guard / forward.
That's still a small forward.
No, it's like a combo guard forward. I like Vince Carter. I think Vince Carter is a very underrated player.
So over
He was
Kevin
a clutch
Durant.
player. Oh fuck! Wow. No, but Durant could be classified as a power forward too.
It doesn't matter. You can just put him there.
All right, fuck it. I'll take Kevin Durant. Thank you.
you.
All right. Thank you. I wasn't even thinking about my own
Like,
player
you're
on my
forgetting
team.
about young Carmelo Anthony.
No, I'm not putting him in that
No,
category.
I'm just saying. I can go
Yeah.
on.
It took me time. I
James
couldn't think of any
Worthy.
small forward.
Yeah.
James Worthy was a power forward.
Small forward.
He was a power forward too. He was a combo forward.
All right. So, who took LeBron? Me.
You.
That was my first pick. And you know what? Here we go. Give me Allen Iverson.
Oh, I forgot about
Okay.
Iverson.
Okay.
I knew he was going to come back around. So I got Kurt. My guards are short.
Yeah, you're gonna get beat by those bigger guards out there.
Yeah, but I
You're
can
gonna
put
get
LeBron
exposed.
on them.
Yeah, but I got Magic Johnson, the ultimate playmaker, and I got Reggie Miller, who hits everything on the outside.
Yeah,
Hey, I'll beat you both down low. I know you got
I got
Duncan,
Kareem
but
and Dirk.
I got Oscar. I have no problems. Oscar can put up a honey by himself, so it's all good.
Okay, I got Tim Duncan. I got Kevin Durant that could just be able to take it down low and be able to put up the points down there. And I got Will Chamberlain, who could rebound the hell out of the basketball.
You know what? I'm thinking about taking Iverson out and putting Wade in there. No, I'm thinking about putting Wade.
That's not bad at all. Dwayne Wade was a damn underrated player. Damn good underrated basketball player was Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
You see, I was torn at my 4 because I was thinking I was either thinking going Robert Horry because he could definitely pull up and hit the three. He did it throughout his whole entire career. But then I'm like, I want some length.
The reason why I'm leaving Shaq out, and there's a Olajuwon you could have thought of. There was a Ewing you could have thought of at center. Bill Russell, which I was really actually thinking about, but I decided to go with Chamberlain because I think overall as a player, he was a little better than Russell. Russell just has the championship pedigree. The center position, Olajuwon. I got to take it Olajuwon.
Yeah.
There was a lot of great centers. I think I said Alonzo Mourning. That's another one. Mutombo.
I forgot about Mourning. Oh, fuck.
Mourning, Mutombo.
Mourning.
There's just so many good centers. It's like that was the easy position.
Centers.
Yeah.
It's just hard, but I mean, Shaq, I don't think is at the level of a Wilt Chamberlain, of an Abdul-Jabbar, of like some of these other great players, great centers.
Shaq just dominated his era. Dominant center.
Because he really didn't have any center competition compared to some of the other guys. He was the clear dominant center. And that's what a lot of people say is that he was the clear dominant center. When you had other guys in the 90s with the competition they had in the 80s, that's the thing.
You know what? Instead of AI, give me Clay.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Curry and
You're taking Clay? Okay, so you're going with that Golden State Warriors backcourt.
Curry, with that splash,
Clay,
okay.
Yeah, you're going with the Splash Brothers.
Clay, LeBron, Dirk, and Kareem.
I love my team.
I love my team.
Magic Johnson, Reggie Miller, Kevin Durant, Tim Duncan, and Wilt Chamberlain.
I want the chat to decide who had the best team. For me, it was Curry, Clay, LeBron, Dirk, and Kareem. Jeff.
Mine is Magic Johnson, Reggie Miller, Kevin Durant, Tim Duncan, and Wilt Chamberlain.
All right, and Randy.
Got Oscar, got Matt, wow, I'm not saying somebody else's team. Got Oscar, got MJ, got Kobe, got wow, who did I say was
Weber.
Weber, and then I got Garnett in my 5. But I'm actually not.
You know who else you guys forgot? I didn't want this guy, Karl Malone.
I was thinking about Malone. I was thinking about the mailman.
Yeah,
I was.
And Stockton, I was thinking about too, but I was even thinking about Pippen as my
I was thinking about
forward.
Kerr. He has a 454 3-point shot.
Wait, who? I'm sorry, who?
Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr.
Oh. The Bulls shooting guard / point guard.
Yeah.
But Pippen was up there as one of the greatest players too. I mean, it wasn't just Jordan that got done. It was Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman. You could even throw in there. Isaiah Thomas.
Here's
Joe
another
Dumars.
point guard. Chris Paul.
That's true. Chris Paul. What about that Detroit Pistons team of Rip Hamilton, of Chauncey Billups, Tayshaun Prince, Rasheed, and Ben Wallace?
That's
all those guys were good players.
Pistons team. That's it, right there. That's my favorite Detroit Pistons.
Kevin McHale, another big guy you could have thought of. Robert Parrish. James Worthy, like you said.
Ray Allen. Nobody said
Ray Allen. Yep, Ray Allen. What he did.
If you guys want a 6-man, we can do that.
Well, if we do a 6-man, mine's Ray Allen.
Mine's Iverson. That's not sad.
Larry Bird. Larry Bird's my 6-man.
Oh, you're not going to go with Rick Barry with the underhand free throw shot?
No, I was thinking about Rick Barry. You know how he does it with the underhand shot?
Yeah.
I was thinking about Rick Barry. So, chat, listen to the teams that we threw out there, including our 6th man. Which one of the 3 of us would you want to go on the court with as your team overall? Would you rather go with Mitch's team, my team, or Randy's team? We'll just say our teams one more time just so everybody remembers. So, my team was... I have Magic Johnson at the point guard position. I got Reggie Miller as my shooting guard. I got Kevin Durant as my small forward. I got Tim Duncan as my power forward. And I got Wilt Chamberlain as my center. Randy, what about you?
Yeah, I got Oscar at the 1. I got MJ at the 2. I have Kobe at the 3. I have Weber at the 4. And I have KG at the 5. And I have Ray Allen coming off the bench.
Oh, and I have Larry Bird coming off the bench. And Mitch?
I got Iverson. Off my bench.
And your starting lineup.
Oh, my starting lineup again?
Yes.
Okay. Curry, Clay, LeBron, Dirk, Kareem. Mine is like, I like my front court because it spaces out the floor.
It does.
Yeah.
Like, but I have 3 guys that can drive to the basket. Durant can hit you with that mid-range shot. Duncan was the master of the bank shot. Wilt
but I got the
The
greatest
dude
shooter
was
of
like
all
a
time.
20-20 guy every night.
I got the greatest shooter of all time.
I got the greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
NBA.
You do. You have
Hey,
MJ.
if I went number one, I would have taken MJ. Yeah. If you had the number one pick, would you take an MJ?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
See?
And I'm not even being biased because I'm a 90s baby. But yeah, MJ.
I'm a 92, 94.
Well, I mean,
86.
like 85. I
Damn.
mean, so MJ was I mean, for myself and Randy, MJ was the guy we watched growing up as young kids in the 90s. So,
Yep.
I mean, there's, I wouldn't even think about taking some of those other, I wouldn't even think about Mark Jackson as an underrated player, how good he was with the Pacers.
You know
Barkley.
who else?
What about Barkley?
That's right. Charles
Barkley.
Barkley, another great player. You got to think about him.
He's
Mark
14th
Price.
overall. He's 14th
Mark
overall.
Price. Dan Marley. Remember how good Dan Marley was before he got hurt and he had to become a jump shooter consistently? But Dan Marley was a damn good underrated player for the Suns.
McGrady, does anybody McGrady on their list, or a deeper list or no?
I like
I took
McGrady.
BC at first, but
You
I think
know what
Vince
we
Carter
should
was a
do?
better player than McGrady.
You know what I just realized? If you guys want to do this, I don't know. But with you guys next episode, next week, Jeff already set it up. Thank you, Jeff. You guys want to do like a top 10 of all time or like a top 10 right now?
We could do a top 10 right now. We could do a top 20 next week. Make it a little bit more interesting. Like, see how
So
tough
you want
it's
to do
going
a
to be.
top 10 right now?
We have plenty. We have time. We could be able to do a top 10. Yeah.
I got to get ready for dinner.
We'll go like for another 4 minutes or so, then we'll close it out.
Cool. So
Okay, so
you know what? Okay, we'll do top 10 now, or do you want to do top 5? Because
we'll do top 10. We can top 10 shouldn't be that hard. There's a lot of good players, but I think we could be able to put it in top 10. So
okay. So
Mitch, you
top
can
10
start it
now,
off with your top
20
10.
next week. Perfect.
You start off with your top 10, and then we'll go to Randy, and then I'll
So
finish
do you
off.
just want to go 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 9?
No, we'll just go. You're just your straight top 10. So that at least it's in your mind freshly, and then. All right, I'll go for it. My top 10. My top 10 list of all time. I'm starting with MJ.
Wait, all time? Oh, I thought you meant right now.
No, right now? Okay, I'll do right now.
All time. What are we doing here?
We'll do. You know what? We'll do right now. Top 10 players right now here in this show, and then next week we will do top 10 of all time. So my top 10 right now.
Yes.
I will have to say LeBron. I can't disrespect LeBron James. I think until somebody is consistently on the level he is, I got to put him number 1. Number 2, I got to put KD because KD has still also been a consistent great player for a while. I mean, the guy's consistently going out there and he's pretty much carrying that basketball team. I'm not saying to be a biased Nets fan. KD's been one of the best players for years. Third, I might have to put Steph because of championship pedigree. I have to put Steph up there because the guy is just a consistent winner. Giannis, I would put 4th.
Okay.
I mean, you could flip-flop any one of those 4 guys. I think they're the top 4. Giannis is my 4th best. 5th, I'm actually debating between Embiid and Jokic. I think they're the 2 best centers in the NBA right now. So, I mean, I'll take Embiid for 5th, and I'll take Jokic 6th. 7th, I'll probably take Ja Morant. I think he's climbed to the point where he's a top player right now in the NBA. My 8th player.
Did you say Luka?
Luka would be my 8th. This is where it gets tough because these guys are all linked right next to each other. I'd probably put Luka 8th. Let me think about my 9th one. My 9th player, I would probably go with. Oh
Tatum?
man.
Tatum?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going Jason Tatum as my 9th. I'm going Jaylen Brown as my 10th. I'm going with 2 Celtics to finish it off.
Okay.
All right, Randy, you go.
This is in no particular order, so like again, Chad, don't come at me like, oh, why'd you have LeBron? No, this is in no particular order. This is just top 10. You guys see it how you want, but I got Giannis, LeBron, KD, Steph, Jokic, Doncic, Lillard, Tatum, Booker, and Mitchell.
I forgot about Donovan Mitchell.
It's not that easy because there's so many good players you're gonna have to leave off.
Yeah.
All right. So, number 1, I got Giannis. 2, KD. 3, LeBron. 4, Luka. 5, Curry. Okay. No.
See, it's not so easy, huh?
6 Jokic. I gotta put Donovan Mitchell 7.
Okay, it's interesting.
Embiid 8. But it's what Donovan Mitchell's doing. It's just insane.
That's true. That's true.
So who'd I say?
Mitchell.
Oh,
You have
me.
Mitchell's. Yeah, you have Mitchell's
So I
7.
put myself at 8. Okay.
Yes, you're in the top 10 this year.
You know what? Give me Dame. Give me Dame at 9. Dame Lillard.
Okay.
And 10. This one's tough. I feel like I need a big. Hold on.
Did you put Joel Embiid in your top 10?
I already have him at 7.
Okay, I was gonna say, Mitch.
Hold on.
You're not putting one of those Celtics guys in there with their team being the best team in the NBA.
I got Tatum 10.
Okay.
I got Tatum 10.
Notice how I didn't put Siakam in there? Because,
I was actually thinking about Siakam. No, I was actually thinking about Siakam. I was thinking about Siakam for a second, but the fact that the Raptors are off to such a rough start, I had to second guess it. No disrespect to him, but the team is just off to a rough start. So
and he was injured for a quarter of the season so far. So yeah.
Yeah, so I was even thinking about Kyrie for a second, but I can't. Not with everything that happened to him.
I got Kyrie like in the 15s.
Yeah, I can't put Kyrie up there. That would be
I totally understand his stats prior to everything, but with him holding out with the whole COVID thing and then everything else, that kind of mirrors it for me too, like a little bit. So
yeah, no, I don't disagree with you at all on that one. Kyrie's he's pushed himself down that list to say otherwise.
You know what?
I'm gonna make a team on my NBA 2K of each of your guys' teams, and I'm gonna put the players on there, and I'm gonna see who wins in a tournament.
Come on, we know that my team's gonna win.
I got something better. I forget
who's
my 9.
I think it was Donovan. Well, no, Donovan was 7 or 8.
Donovan was 8. Oh, I had Lillard at 9.
Yeah.
I'm taking Lillard out, putting Anthony Davis in. Because for what he's been doing for these last couple of games.
He'll get hurt again.
Yeah, I know.
No, he'll get hurt. So you're going to put him on there. Watch you put him on there, and then he gets hurt in like the next game or so. Even worse when he comes back.
Yo, AJ, what are your thoughts about
What up, AJ?
What do you think? What do you feel like they have in order to be competitive again?
They got to continue to draft well and incorporate some.
You got to get Victor Wembanyama.
And at some point you got to go and get yourself like a bona fide legit star to build around. And then once you do that,
once they get Victor Wembanyama, they cannot easily do that. But they got so much damn height.
Can this kid actually, I think this kid is going to get way overhyped, and everybody thinks that this Wembanyama kid is going to be the next great thing, and then watch him flop. Watch him flop when he gets in the NBA, because everybody's hyping this kid. I mean, you hype him over LeBron James.
That was not me.
Not you, but I'm saying the media.
That was Richard Jefferson.
Yeah, I mean, Richard Jefferson's my guy, obviously former net. I got his freaking jersey on. That's how much I like Richard Jefferson. I got Richard Jefferson's jersey. He was one of my favorite players on the net. So, yeah, I mean, Richard.
Jefferson's a Raptor killer. I fucking hate him, but I gotta love you. I gotta love you, Jeff.
No, hey, Richard Jefferson was one of my favorite all-time players, and it was so sad when he got hurt that one year, but damn, that guy was so underrated. And that trade that we made back in 2001 when we traded for him, Collins, and Armstrong, when we traded away Eddie Griffin, Griffin, I believe it was, RIP to him. That was one of the best trades that the Nets ever made, along with the kid trade. That put us over the top because Jefferson fit in like a glove with our team.
And I believe that's when Carter signed with you guys too, didn't he?
No, that's when we had the first team was Kenyon Martin, Kerry Kittles, Richard Jefferson. We had Keith Van Horn for a little bit. We had
Van Horn, man.
We had Tom McCullough. We had Aaron Williams. We had Lucius Harris. Obviously, J Kidd. We had a team that loved to run and gun and play great defense.
The Raptors fans hated him after that when he went to the Nets.
I wasn't complaining. You had McGrady and Carter. So
yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to close it out here. I got someplace to be in an hour, so I got to get changed, get ready.
Yay! Yay! I don't know. Brownies?
No.
Apartment?
No. I'll tell you
Brownies
after.
and apartment?
I'll tell you guys after.
Oh.
So make sure you guys hit the like, hit the subscribe. Subscribe to my co-host Jeff, NYG Jeffy T85. Subscribe to my guy next to Randy, who's a co-host of MK Headlines. And on Thursday night, I'm gonna have Weapon X NFL Eagles. Hopefully, last time. And if he doesn't, that's it. I'm done. But definitely, Brent. All right, Rob.
And make sure to guys, you tune into the football show on Friday. It's going to be Giants and Eagles week, so guarantee there's going to be some Giants and Eagles game. Well, Mitch will be at the basketball game, but we'll have some Giants and Eagles fans, and we'll be talking a lot of football on that night, especially with the Eagles looking to try to improve their record. So you guys are going to be 12-1, right? If you win,
Yeah,
you'll be 12-1, and we're trying to see if we can get to 8-4-1 on the season.
All right, guys. We'll catch you all later. Have a good night, guys.
Take it easy, everyone.
Because
Peace.
I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone. I smoke my stuff.